is Shaan Rais, and a lot of people ask me, how did you become a coach? What did you do? How did it work? What does it look like to be a coach? So I wanted to give you 5 things that you're gonna need as a coach. Number 1, as a coach, you're going to need a coach. I learned this in private practice when they taught me that every therapist needs a therapist. Every counselor needs a counselor. It's called wellness. So as a coach, you're going to be dealing with a lot of people's situations, a lot of people's attitudes. The more clients, the more climactic the environment. So you're going to need a coach who's ahead of you and above you, who can supervise you and advise you as far as where to go, what to do, and how to handle situations. So the first thing you need as a coach is to be coachable. Number 2, you need to be able to listen actively to what the coach says. You can't have an internal dialogue going on. You need to know what your clients are saying to you, and you need to listen for things that they haven't even said because they might not even know it. So you have a client that comes to you and says, I don't know where to start, Shaan. I'm stuck and I'm in my own head and I don't know where to start. What you might be listening to is trauma that is unresolved, that does not allow them to move forward. And you need to know what that looks like and what signs to look for, because they might not actually need a coach. They might need a couch. They might need a therapist. And you have to know when to stay in your lane and when to get out of the way. So you have to be able to do 2 things now. First, be coachable. Number 2, have active listening. Number 3, proper etiquette. You have to be professional. If you're not professional, you're going to get rolled over by people who are. Nobody wants to give tens of thousands of dollars to someone who doesn't have proper etiquette, is not polite, is not thorough, doesn't respond to emails. That's insulting. It's insulting. And when you put your emails together, for God's sakes, check for spelling. Check for spelling and make sure that your stuff is presentable and professional. One of the worst things that can happen is someone gives you a nice amount of money and you send an email with misspelled words. That will scare someone to death and they'll be looking for a refund. So again, coachability, active listening, proper etiquette. Number 4, systems and structures. You're going to need systems. You don't want to fly off the handle and fly from the cuff. There's a difference between a business and a hustle. And it's easy for clients to tell which one you're doing. So if you're hustling, realistically, you can't even hustle forward. So you're always hustling backwards if that's what you're doing in this business space. If it's business, you need to have a business. And businesses exist off of systems and off of structures. Number 5, you're going to need a team. Stop going it alone. It is impossible to go it alone and do everything. I couldn't possibly be sitting here in front of the camera and be behind the camera. There's someone else there. There's someone else looking in, making sure generally that nothing is off at the same time. You need a receptionist. You need a secretary. You need an assistant. You need a videographer. You need someone who does copy. You need a closer. You need a team. So again, just for recap, 5 things that you need if you want to be a coach and successful in this coaching space. You need a coach. Therefore, you need to be coachable. You need to have active listening skills, proper etiquette, systems and structures, and you definitely need a team.